for whatever his outward form be composed of, he bears a living soul within. Thickness was correct, of course, but the secret was not fully revealed until 1860, at which point the machine had toured the United States and landed in the collection of Edgar Allan Poe's personal physician, John Kearsley Mitchell. The original artifact was destroyed in a fire, and Mitchell's son wrote a tell-all for the Chess Monthly. That the machine was a blatant illusion only increased the Mechanical Turk's significance, however. Over the 2 centuries since its invention, the device has become a prevalent metaphor for technological manipulation. It represents the human lurking behind the facade of seemingly advanced technology, as well as the ability of such devices to deceive us about the way they work. In 2005, Amazon named its service for accomplishing digital tasks, like tagging photos or cleaning data, using an invisible marketplace of outsourced human labor, Mechanical Turk. The Mechanical Turk is like the Wizard of Oz's man behind the curtain, an all-knowing, uncanny entity that is ultimately revealed as something much more mundane and comprehensible. The machine and the trick reinforce each other. With its doubled deceptions, the Turk is able, as Walter Benjamin wrote reflecting on the device in a 1940 essay, to win all the time. I think about the Mechanical Turk quite often lately, because it reminds me of the technological specter haunting our own era of the early 21st century. That specter goes by the name of the algorithm. Algorithm is usually shorthand for algorithmic recommendations, the digital mechanisms that absorb piles of user data, push it through a set of equations, and spit out a result deemed most relevant to preset goals. Algorithms dictate the websites we find in Google search results, the stories we see in our Facebook feeds, the songs that Spotify plays in never-ending streams, the people we see as potential matches on dating apps, the movies recommended by the Netflix homepage, the personalized feed of videos presented by TikTok, the order of posts on Twitter and Instagram, the folders our emails are automatically sorted into, and the ads that follow us around the internet. Algorithmic recommendations shape the vast majority of our experiences in digital spaces by considering our previous actions and selecting the pieces of content that will most suit our patterns of behavior. They are supposed to interpret and then show us what we want to see. Today, we are constantly contending with algorithms of all kinds, each one attempting to guess what we are thinking of, seeking, and desiring before we may even be aware of the answers. When I write an email, my Gmail app predicts which words and phrases I am trying to type and fills them in for me, as if reading my mind. Spotify stocks its screen with the musicians and albums it predicts that I am likely to listen to, which I often end up selecting simply out of habit. When I unlock my phone, photos from the past I may want to see, labeled memories, as if they existed in my subconscious, are preloaded, as are suggestions for apps I may want to open and friends I may want to text. Instagram offers a mood board of what its algorithm perceives as my interests. Top-down photos of food, architecture snapshots, looping clips of prestige television shows. TikTok serves me an inexplicable avalanche of videos of people retiling their showers. And I inexplicably keep watching them, compelled in spite of myself. Surely there is more to my identity as a consumer of culture? All of these small decisions used to be made one at a time by humans. A newspaper editor decided which stories to put on the front page, and a magazine photo editor selected photographs to publish. A film programmer picked out which films to play in a theater's season. An independent radio station DJ assembled playlists of songs that fit their own mood and the particular vibe of a day or a place. While these decisions were, of course, subject to various social and economic forces, the person in charge of them ensured a basic level of quality, or even safety, that can be missing from the Internet's accelerated feeds. Algorithmic recommendations are the latest iteration of the Mechanical Turk, a series of human decisions that have been dressed up and automated as technological ones, at an inhuman scale and speed.